Lecture 12, Conjuncts. Conjuncts are a type of conjunctions. In general, conjunctions are used to link items to each other. And we have many types of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and finally, conjuncts. There is a difference between them. The coordinating conjunctions link clauses in a compound sentence. Also, they link phrases, or sometimes they link words. While the subordinating conjunctions link clauses in a complex sentence. Finally, the conjuncts link sentences to each other. So a conjunct links a sentence to another sentence. We said that the function of a conjunct is to link sentence 1 to sentence 2. Here, the sentences can have any type. They can be simple, complex, compound complex, or simply compound. Let's see this in a real text. You notice, you see in this text some words which are highlighted in yellow. These are either coordinating conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions. Those which are written in red are conjuncts. So let's read the paragraph and see how the conjuncts link a sentence to another sentence. Before we read it, we just remind you that we can distinguish between sentences by referring to the full stops or the end marks. Wherever there is an end mark, this is a new sentence. Well, let's read it. My sister Beth has always been my best friend. Ever since I was little, we have enjoyed playing together and sharing secrets. Notice the use of ever since as a subordinating conjunction. We really enjoy sitting in our rooms and talking. Simple sentence. Furthermore, we like to play outside, for example, riding our bikes to the park or playing hide and seek in the forest behind our house. Here you notice that the word furthermore links the previous sentence, we really enjoy sitting in our rooms and talking, to the new sentence, we like to play outside, for example, riding our bikes to the park or playing hide and seek in the forest behind our house. However, another conjunct, our relationship isn't always perfect. So, however, links the previous sentence to the following sentence. Notice that it is not obligatory to have a conjunct at the beginning of each new sentence. Sometimes we don't have this word or phrase. Simply because in English we can use other tools to link the sentences which are different from the conjuncts. We'll see this in paragraph writing. Well, we continue reading the text. Nevertheless, we can't stay mad at each other and we always get over it quickly. Here, the sentence is compound. It contains inside a coordinating conjunction and it is linked to the previous sentence with nevertheless. I know that my sister really cares about me. As a result, I always try to forgive her if she does something wrong or makes a mistake. So again, notice that the conjuncts link any type of sentence to another sentence. Additionally, I always try to help her when she needs help, because I know she would do the same thing for me. As you can see, my sister is a very special person in my life, and I'm sure we will be best friends forever. So you notice that in this paragraph we have used 5 conjuncts to link the sentences, and to create cohesion or a link between the parts of the paragraph. Types of conjuncts. There are two types of conjuncts according to the number of words they contain. The first type is called conjunctive adverbs. Here they consist of one word. The second type is called transitional expressions, and they consist of many words, maybe 2 or 3 words. Examples of conjunctive adverbs are however and furthermore. They contain single words. And examples of transitional expressions, which are phrases, are as a result, for example, by contrast. The position of conjuncts. Where can we find the conjuncts exactly? Conjuncts usually occur at the beginning of sentences. Here we mean the beginning of the second sentence. But some of them may take other positions. In other words, they come in the middle or sometimes at the end. Let's see the examples. Example 1, they are smart, however, they look stupid. Notice that however is used at the beginning of the second sentence. Helen covered the treasure. As a result, nobody could find it. Here, as a result, is used at the beginning of the second sentence as an introductory element. They violated the regulations, therefore they were arrested by the police. Again, here we have therefore used at the beginning of the second sentence. The fourth sentence is different. They violated the regulations. They were therefore arrested by the police. In this sentence, the conjunct interrupts the second sentence. It comes in the middle. And of course, this has an influence on the punctuation. In the last example, the conjunct appears at the end of the second sentence. Here in English, we have very few cases of this sort, and the word to is a good example. You should not shake hands with others. Full stop. You should avoid touching your eyes too. So to always takes this position. It cannot appear in other positions. Now we talk about their punctuation. Which punctuation marks are used with conjuncts? Most of the time, conjuncts are separated from the rest of their own clauses by commas. But sometimes the commas are omitted. This happens when the conjunct is shorter than 4 letters, like then, so. These are very short and we can omit the comma that is usually used with a conjunct. We take the same examples as the ones that we have seen previously. They violated the regulations, full stop, therefore, comma, they were arrested by the police. Here there is a separation between sentence 1 and sentence 2. We have 2 sentences. It is not a compound sentence. Of course, we can write a compound sentence here. We say, they violated the regulations, semicolon, therefore, and it starts with a small letter, they were arrested by the police. But the result here is one compound sentence. In a long text, we cannot use semicolons. We have to stop and start. Therefore, we see the full stop. Well, they violated the regulations. They were therefore arrested by the police. Sentence 2. Here, the conjunct interrupts the second sentence, so it is like a parenthetical element. It breaks down the structure of the second sentence, and for this reason we have one comma before and one comma after, and these are gapping commas. Finally, when the conjunct appears at the end of the sentence, we should have a comma before it. Of course, in this sentence, because 2 is short, it is shorter than 4 letters, we can drop the comma before it. The meanings of conjuncts. Well, in a text which is written in English, in a paragraph, for example, of course, we should have a number of sentences. Each sentence carries an idea, or it has an idea. Now, there are relationships between the ideas. There are different relationships between the ideas. Well, these relationships which exist between the ideas determine the type of conjunct that is needed. So we cannot use any conjunct between any two sentences. We have to respect the meaning that is expressed in each sentence. For instance, you say, I am thirsty. I will drink some water. Right. So if we read the first sentence, which is I am thirsty, and the second one, which is I will drink some water, here we understand that the second one is the result of the first one, and therefore we have to use a conjunct that expresses result. So the addition of the conjunct between the two sentences makes the relationship between them clear, and there is no ambiguity. In English, we have many types of conjuncts according to their meaning. For example, we have the meaning of enumeration, when we enumerate or when we catalog things, as if we have numbers. We have also the relationship of addition. This is the meaning of and sometimes addition expresses similarity, when there is similarity between the first idea and the second idea. We have also summation, here when the second sentence is a summary of the previous sentences. The other relationship is called apposition. Here apposition is the relationship between a sentence and an explanation of this sentence. So sentence 2 is an explanation of sentence 1, or also we have another case within apposition. Sentence 2 is an example of sentence 1. The fourth relationship is result. Here sentence 2, or the idea expressed in sentence 2, is the result of the idea expressed in sentence 1. Inference, here the second sentence is a logical conclusion of the first sentence. Reformulation, here the second sentence is another way of expressing the previous sentence. So expressing the same idea in different words. A replacement here means expressing alternatives. The second sentence is an alternative to the first sentence. Contrast, this shows difference when we are talking about differences, or also when we are talking about opposition. Next, we have concession. This is the meaning of but. So there are conjuncts which express the meaning of but we don't use the word but itself. Temporal transition, here between sentence 1 and sentence 2 we have a time relationship. And finally, emphasis, here sentence 2 is the emphasis of sentence 1.